My name is Lina. I'm from We Center, and we're in a project called Ambassadors for Dialogue. And if you allow me for have 2 or 3 minutes of your time and to discuss something.
Sure.
So I have this picture, Jane. What do you see in it?
A father who is vacuum cleaning.
Mm-hmm.
He's carrying his baby in front of him.
Mm-hmm. And why did you say that he's a father?
Well, because he's carrying a baby. Yeah. But he could, I guess he could be the uncle.
Mm-hmm.
Or he could be a friend of the family who is babysitting.
Mm-hmm. Why he's cleaning by himself?
Well, maybe he can't afford a maid.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe he's against having maids in his home.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe he really likes vacuum cleaning.
Yes, exactly. This is actually the main idea of the picture, because we don't know really the picture behind it, or we don't really know his circumstances. But then we tend to walk in the street and we just have this many things in our minds, and we said yeah, maybe he has a wife, maybe he's really homosexual, maybe he loves cleaning, but we don't know. But we have this, I don't know, something in our minds, and we just kind of expect people or impose it on people. What do you think this is the effect of having this, expectation on dialogue?
That, I don't know, we have to ask questions?
Mm-hmm. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Because sometimes in dialogue we need to ask questions, but if I have a certain image about you, maybe I will just, I don't want to ask, or this type of people I'm not willing to go to. So stereotypes is one of the things that we really, it's not like a bad thing to do it, it's very natural, we're humans, but it's how to react to it and how you deal with it. So are you able to make a dialogue with this person or not? Are you just, blocking this, or okay, are you continuing this dialogue because of this certain judgment? So this is why we just had this little talk about the picture. So I want to thank you for your time, and I hope that it just ignited something.
It did. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So let me ask you, when you do this
Mm-hmm.
at a university or a school or a club, as you told me
Mm-hmm.
before, what kind of reactions do you get? What's one of the reactions that surprised you the most?
Yeah, we had workshops, or we had this 1 minute of dialogue with really small kids, and sometimes we did it with very old people. So we tend to have we tend to provide different kind of pictures. But what I like the most, it's the surprise that people get on their face, oh my god, yes, we're doing this. Oh my god, how did I think about this? So this is actually, this is what we're looking for, because we do not want to convince you if it's bad or wrong. I did not tell you anything about it. I just want to explore what you're thinking. I remember we showed a picture of Malala Yousaf. She was Nobel Prize for Peace, yeah. But some people, when they see her and the way she put the veil, they said, okay, she's Indian or Pakistani, and this is it. They will not really dig into, oh my god, she won a Nobel Prize, this is awesome,
Right.
And some people will just have a very, I don't want to see offensive, but they will have a very minimum expectation,
Right.
Yeah, she's maybe in school, or she maybe dropped out of school or something like this. But I think that's fine until how you would take a choice and how to deal with it later. It's not the stereotypes that the issue, it's the choice what to do next to it. Yeah.
So one thing is that you're trying to pass on these tools and to broaden up people's horizons and make them think.
Yeah.
But what about yourself? How has your learning process been?
It made me explore myself and my beliefs, because there were some stereotypes that I was not aware that I do, for example, or there are some topics that we did not think that we really have opinions about it, because sometimes you don't really have the time to think about such topics. So in Ambassadors for Dialogue, it made me understand more myself, and to accept other people's opinions, even if they really disagree with me. To understand that diversity is there, and it's okay, but how to deal with it next.
But why is it so important to have people reflect on these things?
Especially in our region, at least, I see lots of violence all around. but it's like really, it's given me hope. Maybe if we understand each other more and accept each other differences, like different religions, different languages, we are really different in Arab world and versatile. So it really gives me hope that yeah, things will get better at some point.
And do you feel whenever you engage with people with the dialogical tools, do you feel that they take the same journey as you? Like, do they embrace it?
Of course, no, because we're different as well in absorbing and taking this. And I think some of the dialogical learning points, I would say, it needs some time to sink in. I think it took me some time to develop, so I don't expect people like from this minute dialogue to really trigger a lot of things. But I would say maybe it introduces them to dialogue, and there's another way of communication, and it may trigger this, or maybe not, but at least I tried.
So what's your vision? How far do you think you're gonna be able to take this?
Like, I don't think that it's something that I can do by my own. So in Jordan, for example, we're expanding the national team every year. So I may target, for example, my area or Amman. Some other people will target their governorates and the places there. So if each one of us has a role, and for any reason, if I could not conduct workshops, I can embed this, like the dialogue concept, in my life, in my work life. We would like to have like each Jordanian house to have at least one of the family member conducted, or at least have like attended a workshop. So this is like a target that we're shooting for.
How many people have you taught so far?
Around 3,000, yeah. So I hope that with a couple of years we can just really expand this to everyone.
And so you've been doing this for quite some time. Aren't you done with learning more about dialogue? Or are you here in Denmark again now? How can you use this?
Yes, I thought that I will not really take new concepts, or it will be very similar to what we learned before, but no, I'm very wrong. Because throughout the 3 phases, it was like different learning points. Here in Denmark, it's an advanced training, so yes, we were in a new level. And I think in my daily life, maybe I will stumble upon something that would expose me to new things. So yeah, I don't think that I will just get enough of dialogue.